Hello Hawks, this is Coach Pentecost. Today I'm going to be taking you through our offensive motions. A motion gets an offensive player moving during the quarterback's cadence, and the player in motion does not have to get set before the snap. He can keep moving sideways or backwards, just not toward the line of scrimmage. First up is jump. When we call for a jump motion, that means that the F will switch sides on the quarterback's signal. Here we see an example of jump out of 4 different formations. On the quarterback's signal, the F switches sides. Next up are Zach, Hack, and Yak. The player whose letter is called will move across the formation on the quarterback's signal. You can remember this because A and C are the first 2 letters in the word across. First, in the top left, we can see a Zach motion, where the Z goes across the formation. Then in the top right is Hack, where the H goes across the formation. And finally, in the bottom left, we are aligned with a tough tag, so the Y is off the line of scrimmage and allowed to go in motion, and he moves across the formation. Similar to the previous motions, in zip, hip, and yip, the Z, H, or Y goes in motion in toward the O-line on the quarterback signal. This can be remembered because in starts with an I. In the top left, we see zip motion, then hip in the top right, and finally yip in the bottom left. In all of these, the designated player moves in toward the offensive line. For race and lathe, we will designate a player to go in motion, then that player will orbit behind the quarterback on his signal. In the top left, we see Z lace, where the Z orbits behind the QB to the left. In the top right is H lace, with the H doing the same thing. In the bottom left, we see F race, with the F orbiting behind the quarterback to the right, and finally H race in the bottom right, with the H orbiting behind the quarterback to the right. In exit motion, the designated player moves away from the offensive line on the QB signal. In all exit motions, the designated player moves away from the O-line on the QB signal. In the top left, we have an example of H exit. In the top right, we see F exit. Bottom left is Y exit. Bottom right is F exit again, but from a different alignment. In relay motion, the designated player will move in front of the quarterback, then wrap around behind him and go back the other direction. Relay motion can cause great confusion for the defense because it changes the momentum and direction of our motion. In the top left, we see H relay, and in the top right is an example of Z relay. Finally, in any of our ACK or IP motions with a Y added to the end, the designated player will begin his motion, then return to his original alignment. For example, in zippy motion, the Z will begin a zip motion, then stop and return to his starting alignment. Thank you for watching.